Before I power it up, there's a couple of things to be aware of. The Orion5 has special emergency stop modes, and they can be triggered by a number of things. There's more details in the manual if you want to read up on that. But basically, two reasons why it'll go into emergency stop mode is if it detects a collision with itself. So if the wrist is touching near the turret like this, it'll probably trigger emergency stop because it thinks it's about to hit itself. As this sort of position will cause the same error when you've got the forearm and wrist very close to the turret or touching it. This is a little bit annoying because before it's powered on, the joints aren't really holding themselves in position, so it'll naturally flop down there. So just while you power it up, hold the joints away from each other like this, and then power it on. Now, if everything's normal, we should have a red LED here and a white LED here. This just means it's ready for action, so we've got power applied and it's in normal mode. If while you're using Orion5 you notice that you just want to stop it because it's spinning out of control or something's gone wrong, you can simply press one of the left two buttons, the middle button or the left button, and it'll go into emergency stop mode. And emergency stop mode is indicated by the status LED flashing like this. To get out of emergency stop mode, just press one of the left two buttons again, and it'll return to a solid light. After you enable emergency stop mode, you won't be able to disable it for about 2 seconds. So if we enable it, it won't disable for about 2 seconds. If we wait, there we go. So another thing to be aware of is once the arm's powered up, the joints are a little bit harder to move because the motors are powered. Even with torque disabled, then the joints still have a bit of resistance on them. So just be careful, especially with the shoulder, because now it's going to have more resistance on it, and it's going to be harder to move yourself. The best way to move the shoulder and bicep joint is through software, just to set the angle manually in a console terminal or something. So watch as I bring the claw very close to the turret. So we go into emergency stop mode. So as you can see, the left LED is flashing like this, and the middle LED is solid. Middle LED solid means that there's a collision taking place. So if I move the arm out of that position, let's see the light goes off. Or if I move it back, it'll come on again. So if you've sent Orion5 to a position where it's going to hit itself, it'll stop immediately. And the emergency stop mode light will start flashing, and the middle LED will be on. And also torque will be disabled in all the motors. So to resolve this situation, you won't be able to disable emergency stop mode because it's still in a collision state. So you just need to simply move the arm away from itself until the light goes off, and then you can just release emergency stop mode as normal. So we'll also have an emergency stop collision triggered if one of the joints goes beyond its limits. So say if the wrist goes up too close to, goes too far around past its 45-degree angle limit, so you have a collision. So as soon as we move that joint back around, we can reset it again. Same thing goes for the shoulder. If you push it too far back, past the 120-degree mark, you'll have another collision.